All right, guys. So this is Adam and Adelaide at National Martial Arts. We're going to do a 30-minute yoga session today. So what you might need for this is a mat or some place that you feel like you won't be slipping around for the next 30 minutes. A block or pillow, anything that you might want to put underneath your bottom for some of these postures to relieve some of the stress behind the knees. And lastly, if you are needing a little extra help grabbing those toes, a belt, which you should have, of any color will work. So I will be instructing the class and also moving around, doing some of the demo on my mat and helping Adelaide get through it. But the format of the class will be sun salutations. We'll do some standing postures. We'll sit down, do some more postures on the ground, finish with a little bit of meditation, and then we'll lay flat for about 5 minutes. Hopefully we can squeeze it all and get it done in 30 minutes so you guys can get on with your day. So let's go ahead and get started. Get up to the front of the mat, feet together, hands at your side. We're gonna work on lengthening the spine and keeping that length throughout the entire series. This whole exercise series is mainly about reevaluating your posture, making sure you're keeping track of your breath and feeling good. So let's get started. All right, hands at your side, feet together. Big inhale, we're gonna reach up. And we're gonna exhale, bending at the waist for a forward fold. We're gonna inhale, straighten that back. And exhale all the way down into a push-up position, laying flat. Inhale, arc the back. And exhale into a downward dog. We're here for 5 breaths. You can also go to child's pose if you need, which looks a little bit like this. Perfect. Keeping here, stretching those hamstrings, lengthening the back, pressing in with the fingers. A couple more breaths. On the next inhale, walk those feet up to your hands. Exhale, fold, relax. Bend the knees slightly. Inhale, come all the way up. And exhale, back to standing. That's 1. 2 more. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, fold at the waist. Inhale. Exhale, come all the way to the floor. You don't have to worry about the push-up. You can always just inhale, roll those shoulders back. Exhale, all the way to downward dog. Staying here, bend the knees if you need to. You can sway back and forth, stretching individual legs. Staying back for just a couple more breaths. On your next inhale, walk those feet up to your hands. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale all the way to the top. And exhale, back to standing. 1 more. Inhale, come up. Exhale, fold over. Inhale, flatten your back out. Extend. Exhale, all the way down through the push-up position. Inhale. And exhale back. Again, you can always switch between downward dog or child's pose at any time. These first couple of sun salutations are going to be tight, stiff. We're going to work all that out. Couple more breaths. Inhale, let's go back. Feet to hands. Exhale, folding forward. Inhale, all the way to the top. And exhale. Now we're going to switch up the sun salutations. We're going to do 2 more, but these are going to add a couple of dynamic movements. So catch your breath, take a big inhale, exhale. Let's start. Bend the knees, reach up, inhale, exhale, fold forward. Inhale, lengthen the back. Exhale all the way down through the push-up position. Inhale, squeeze those shoulder blades. Exhale, back to downward dog. Leaping forward with that right foot. Inhale all the way to the top. Exhale, all the way back down through push-up. Inhale, exhale. Left foot comes forward this time. All the way up. And exhale all the way down through the push-up. Inhale and exhale. Downward dog or child's pose. 5 breaths. You can work on bending your knees and extending your back. You can try and get those heels towards the floor. Make sure we're always going about 70% of how far we can stretch. Don't want it to be painful. We definitely don't want to get hurt. On the next inhale, come on back, feet to hands. Exhale, all the way folded over. Bend the knees, inhale, reach up. And exhale, standing fully, arms at the side. Again, bend your knees, inhale. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, straighten the back. Exhale, all the way down through the push-up position. Inhale, bring the chest up. Exhale, back to downward dog. Right foot shoots forward. Inhale to the top. Exhale all the way down. Inhale, roll the shoulders back. Exhale, back. Inhale, left foot comes up. Exhale, all the way down. Inhale, come up. Exhale, downward dog or child's pose. Work on getting those shoulders away from your ears. Spreading the fingers, put the weight into the balls of the hands. Inhale, walk or jump those feet back to your hands. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale all the way to the top with bent knees. And exhale, standing. All right, hands at the hips. Feet are going to be about hips width apart. Shins, knees, and femurs staring straight ahead. Going to inhale with a tall spine, hinging at the hips. We're going to reach forward. We're looking for the shins. We're looking for the toes. Whatever you can get a hold of. No worries with hands on knees. We want to feel that stretch deep in the hamstrings, maybe even to the calf muscles. Exhale, hands to the hips. Inhale, use your legs. Bring the top of the body up to a standing position. And exhale, feet together. Now we're going to step back with the left foot. Arms out wide. Exhale, slide down the wall. Right arm coming towards the right foot. Left hand straight up in the sky. Perfect. Feet are about 3 to 4 feet in distance from each other. Excellent. Deep breathing. Straight ahead. Looking at those fingers. Now use your core. Bring that body up. Switch your feet. Simply rotate the right foot 45, left foot 90, and exhale, sliding, keeping that spine straight and long. Arms are straight. Now, if you need to, you can always bend your knee and place your hand right there on the knee. Get this good stretch along the side of the body. Work your way to straightening and possibly bringing that hand down to the foot. Inhale, let's come all the way back up. And exhale, come back to the front of the mat. Take a breath, gather yourself up. Inhale, big step back, almost to the back of your mat. Right foot pointing forward. We're gonna inhale, bring our arms up nice, long, straight, and exhale, bend this right knee. You can bring your elbow towards your knee and your left arm arcing over, pointing high in the sky. We're thinking about creating a line from the tip of our left hand down straight to our left ankle. If you want to increase the stretch, you can always take this right hand and move it towards the floor. Inhale, come all the way up. Use those leg muscles. Switch the feet. And exhale. Whatever you did on the right side, bend your left knee and do on the left side. So if your elbow knee, stay there. If you went all the way to the ground with the left hand, do that as well. Keep breathing deep, trying to lengthen from the tips of the fingers down to the ankle. Turning, trying to point that chest up and toward the ceiling. Getting a big stretch in the right hip. Excellent. Inhale, come all the way up. And exhale, back to the front of the mat for another breath. Now here's the challenging one. We're gonna bring our right leg up. Right hand comes to knee. Now, we've got these straps, so if you wanna go for the full thing, we're grabbing our toe and lengthening the leg. That might be a little too much for some of us. You can always grab the strap and go for something like this. A couple breaths here. Pick a spot and stare it down. All right, let that leg down. Left leg comes up. Whatever you did on the right side, do on the left. If you grab the knee, that's great, or the toe, that's fine. Strap is also viable. Right hand at the hip, nice and tall, staring down that spot on the wall or the floor, and breathing deeply. One more big breath here. Let's bring that foot down. All right, we're gonna do a lunge series now. So back to the front of the mat with our feet together. We're gonna inhale, step back with the left foot, turning towards the right leg. We'll bend this right knee, and we'll also bring the left knee down to the mat. So, main point to take home right now is scooping the hips. So, trying to engage the abs and not allow the back to collapse. We're trying to scoop and lengthen the front part of the left leg. A couple more breaths here. You should really feel the stretch running down the front of the quad into the hip bone. Excellent. We'll come up, switch those feet, bend the left knee, touch that right knee down, scoop, engage your abs, trying to bring the hip to scoop underneath, lengthening those bones between the kneecap and the hip crease. One more big deep breath. Now we're gonna stay in this lunge, but we're gonna extend the right leg, come up to warrior two, so we're flat. Yes, perfect. Looking over the left hand, just like so. Inhale, straighten that left leg, switch the feet, bend the right knee, into warrior two on the right side. Staring over those right fingertips, really trying to pull those arms apart as far as you can get them. Perfect. One more big breath. And come back to the front of the mat. All right. We're going to do one more sun salutation as we transfer down to seated position. So at the front of the mat with our hands together, inhale, come all the way up. Exhale, all the way down, folding forward. Inhale, flatten the back. Exhale, all the way down. Inhale, upward dog. Exhale, back, downward dog. And we're going to come to a seated position. So any way you want to get there, hop, jump, skip. So we're going to start with Dandasana, which is a staff pose. Both legs are out in front. Now this might be uncomfortable for some of us who may or may not be very flexible. It's where a block or a cushion, a pillow, a roll of towels, it doesn't matter. Take those, put them right underneath your sits bones. That way you're not tilting back and the strain on the hamstrings isn't so great. So once we're here, we're standing nice and tall, hands at our side or our lap, just to bring the chest up for nice big deep breaths. Excellent. So keeping the top part of our body exactly the same, we're going to try and hinge at the hips. So go as far as you can until you begin to feel that nice stretch in both the back of the legs and the front of the hips. Keeping a nice tall spine, rolling the shoulders back. If you feel comfortable and it feels better, you can, of course, lean forward to grab the toes. Be careful if you've got low back issues. This can put a lot of strain on the low back. Simply keeping the spine erect is a good way to safeguard the low back. All right, let's inhale, come up out of here. We're gonna bring the right foot close to our left thigh. Left thigh is out straight, right knee is touching. If this hurts the knee, you can always extend or shorten the distance. When you're ready, again, we're gonna inhale, straighten that spine up, hinging at the hips forward first, leaning towards the left foot. Again, if you like, you can always go with the strap to take yourself back a little bit and pull simply with the strap. But no need to use the arms, just allow the weight of the body to fold forward, keeping the foot from dropping. Inhale, come up out of there. Straighten the right leg, bring the left foot to right thigh. Inhale, nice tall spine, check. Make sure the abdomen is engaged. Nice and tall, hinging at the hip, leaning towards the right foot for a good stretch. Do your best not to over-exaggerate the rounding of the top part of the body. We do so much of this at work, curling over our computers. We're trying to correct a lot of that posture and strengthen the upper back. One more big deep breath. Excellent, come out of there, inhale. Exhale, both legs are straight. We're gonna bring the right foot to the mat. The knee should be up. We're gonna inhale, straighten those spines. We're gonna exhale, diving forward towards the left foot. And then we're going to place our right arm right in front of our shin. Some of us might need to step out a little bit with the right foot. That'll create some stretch in the inside of the right leg, and also with the left leg. Keep breathing. If it's too much, you can always back out. Try to keep those toes up. If you are very flexible, you can always reach around the back and clasp your hands just like that. Keep breathing just a little bit further. Pinch those shoulder blades, drive the front of the chest towards the foot. On the inhale, unlatch yourself back there, come all the way up. Exhale, both your legs straight. Inhale, left foot comes to the mat, right foot stays straight. Exhale, we're diving forward, lead with the chest. Put those hands right next to each other. Again, if you need to, you can take this foot and move it out a little bit. You might need to splay the knee just a little bit more. One more breath, guys. Inhale, come all the way up. Exhale, straight legs. We're going to go through the same postures, but this time we're going to be adding a twist. So we're going to inhale, bring the right foot back to where we had it just a moment ago. This time, the left hand is going to wrap around, giving that that right knee a hug. And we're going to reach around our back with our right hand, looking over our right shoulder. You can also grab the knee with the left hand, pull it across. All right, inhale, come up out of there. Exhale, legs are going to be straight again this time. Left foot comes to the mat, right hand comes across as the right foot is still out in front. And we're twisting around, getting a nice spinal twist in the posture. Try and keep the spine tall. It's easy to lean back and want to twist from the lumbar. Try and keep it nice and tall and twist all in one column. Excellent. Inhale, come out of there. Now we have some abs to do. So, this is the boat pose, Navasana. So we're going to grab our hamstrings with both of our hands. We're going to sit up nice and tall. Pull all those back muscles. Engage all of your abdominal muscles, even the obliques. We're going to tip back until we're kind of balanced. Now don't round on me. Keep that nice integrity of the spine. We're going to let go and reach forward. Now, if you're having an easy time and want to amp it up a little bit, start to straighten those legs. Exhale, we're going to cross our feet. You can let them touch if you need, but if not, try and keep them off the ground. Hands come to the side, we're going to rock forward, lift the body up. And exhale, come down. All right, so we've been working on forward folding a lot. Now we're going to work on opening up the front of the body. So first, we're going to put our feet at the front of the mat, lay flat on our backs. Now, with our hands at our side, we're simply just going to bridge, bringing the hips off the ground. You can roll your shoulders back, but mainly you're using your glutes and your hamstrings to raise the hips off the ground. Getting that front part of the body stretched and ready. Come on down. If you need to, you can bring those knees towards your chest, rock side to side, back and forth. We're going to do one more round of that. But if you're flexible in the front part of your body, we're going to turn it up a little bit with the full bridge pose. So that's how we'll open up the front of the body a little further, putting our hands near our shoulders and bridging all the way up and off the ground. Now, if that's a little too much for you, of course, do the modified version we just went over. Staying here, squeezing the shoulder blades, extending the arms. One more big deep breath, and exhale, come all the way down. It's an intense posture, so take a minute to kind of counter bend the back, gently rocking, massaging. Awesome. Okay, next one, another opening of the chest and upper back. We're gonna lay flat on the mat, on our backs. Momentarily come up and place both of your elbows onto the ground and do your very best to raise the chest flat with the ceiling. Pinching the shoulder blades, getting them away from the neck. Using those back muscles, trying to flex everything you've got in the posterior chain from the lumbar all the way up to right in between the shoulder blades. One more breath. Exhale, lay flat on your back. All right, let's come up to a seated position. We've got about 5 more minutes left. We're going to spend a little bit of that in any cross-legged position that you feel comfortable with. You can do one leg on top of the other. You can go crisscross applesauce. Feel free to use your block or your cushion to put underneath your sit bones. Whatever you can do to sit comfortably for the next 2 or 3 minutes. Go ahead and close your eyes. Rest your hands anywhere that's comfortable. You can lace them in front of the body. Place them on your knees or legs. And begin to breathe naturally. The main focus here is simply watching the breath. You don't need to count it. Just letting the attention fall lightly on the breath. We've been moving our body a lot, breathing deeply. Got the oxygen flowing through our bodies. I'm going to calm the mind for just a moment. Whenever you're ready, remove that pillow from underneath your sits bone if you have one. Lay flat on your back, feet out in front, arms out to the side for Shavasana. If you need to, of course, you can always bend your knees, place your feet on the mat if this is hard on your back. The hands can go anywhere they're comfortable. Don't worry about your breathing, what you're supposed to be doing right now, what's going to be happening later in the day, or what's already happened. We're simply laying here and watching the breath. When you're ready, stir yourself, pick a side to roll to. Slowly coming up, no rush. Make your way to a seated position. All right, that's about 30 minutes of good yoga there, guys. Thank you for tuning in. There'll be more videos to come with more postures. If it seems like we were going pretty fast and you can't catch up, or it's a little bit uncoordinated, keep practicing. We'll have the same format with each video, and it'll become more and more enjoyable as the more you do it. Thanks again from National Martial Arts, and we'll be sending you more great quality content in the near future.